Let's talk about the statement in Luke 17:21 where Jesus says the regency of God is within you. Which actually this statement is only found here in Luke 17:21, okay? And this does not mean that the regency of God is here or present yet, because there are many other verses that show that we will come into it. When Jesus said, not everyone saying, Lord, Lord, will come into the regency, well, the same are saying, Lord, Lord, open to us in Matthew 25:11, where those who will come into the wedding as prepared here do so according to the parabolic watch time order of midnight back here, where some come into the regency and some do not, the ones saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. Now, in Luke chapter 12, we see the wedding feasts are mentioned, verse 36, according to the watch time orders, which the second watch time here concludes at midnight when the door is shut and they're saying, Lord, Lord, open to us, who are into the third watch time then. The playing ones of the previous video I just made, for example. And if we back up to verse 32, we see the statement, fear not, you small herdlet, since your Father well deems to give you the regency. So those who come into the regency first are those who are uploosened here. And then we see the disappeared first watch time, showing that they come in at eventide, which is not the rapture. This is years prior to the rapture. Midnight is the rapture. But the point being is that although the regency is said to be within us, which is according to expectation and being prepared, the regency still comes, and then we either are prepared to come into it, as it well deems the Father to give to us according to the orders. So the statement back here, you can read it like this. Since your Father well deems to also give you the regency, because there are those who come into it before you. First watch time comes into it before the second watch time, and then the second watch time comes prior into it, where the third is last. These are the last to come into it. Hence, Philippians 3:16. Whereas into that in which we come prior to others carries back to the statement here, if somehow I may get into the out resurrection, which is the first watch time order. So this is prior to the midnight order, and then the midnight order is prior to the third watch time completion. Each in his own order correspond to the first three watch times as coming into the wedding feasts, which is coming into the regency. Again, Luke 12:36, wedding feasts. It well deems the Father to give you the regency. Also, because those who come in first take the regency first, and then there's two subsequent orders to take the regency. Here in Luke 19, the parable of the minas is a third watch time audience. The parable of the talents is a second watch time audience. So here we even say to take himself a regency here. So midnight concludes what's called the upheading, video number 2 here, which encompasses eventide to midnight. And then to sum up is the third watch time. So again, the regency within is according to expectation and being prepared to come into it. Where according to midnight rapture, those prepared come in, and then those not prepared are saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. Where not everyone saying to me, Lord, Lord, will come into the regency. Think about it.